Hi everyone, welcome back to Fusion Flow Pilates. Today we're going to be doing a 20-minute pre-bedtime Pilates workout. So this would be really good to unwind from a long day and just get the body in bed mode. So without further ado, let's get started. So we're just going to start in a cross-legged position. We're going to take a deep breath in. On your exhale, we're just going to drop our ear down to our shoulder. And then we're just going to go into a few neck rolls. So rolling the neck down to the chest and over to the other side. Using your exhale to drop the chin down, just to release a little bit more tension each time. Final two. Exhale, rolling that neck. Inhale, feel that stretch for the side neck. And last one, exhale. And inhale, we center that neck. Now we're going to place our hands behind our head. Take a deep breath in once again. Exhale, we're going to bend over to the side, trying to get that elbow as close to the floor as possible. And then inhale, stack tall. Exhale, we bend over to the other side. And then we use that opposite oblique to return us back. Now really make sure your sit bones are staying really grounded into the mat and we're not lifting one up as we bend to the side. Last one. And we lift. Now take a deep breath in. On your exhale, we're going to twist, finding that rotation for the spine. And we're going to inhale, return. Make sure you keep your elbows wide. Exhale, twist to the other side, and inhale, return. Final two. Inhale, really spiral through that spine, growing a little bit taller each time. And return and down. Now we're going to move on to an all fours position. So getting onto our hands and our knees, making sure, like always, our shoulders are over our wrists and our hips are over our knees. Taking a deep breath in. On your exhale, we're going to curve through our spine, drawing that belly button up to the ceiling or sky. And then we're going to inhale, open the chest and drop that belly button. Exhale, start this movement with that tuck of that pelvis, lifting that belly button up into that lower back. And then we inhale, release that belly button, eye gaze rises. Very good. And again, final two. Really allow that neck to drop down. So you're trying to drop that tension and release that tension. Very good. And final one. Release that spine. And we find a neutral position with that spine. Very good. We're going to take a deep breath in as we reach our right arm up to the sky, and we're going to thread that arm through. Inhale, we're going to reach up, following that eye gaze, and we exhale, thread through. Final two. Really making the movement as smooth as possible. And final one. And we exhale, thread, and return. Let's go other side. Left arm reaches up. And we exhale, thread through. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, to thread. Final two. And final one. Very, very good. Now we're going to find a child's pose position. We're just going to walk our hands a little bit further forward. So really find that length through the arms. Take a deep breath in. Now on the exhale, we're going to shift forward. Keep your belly button lifted, so no dipping through that lower back as we find a cobra release. And then we're going to inhale, draw back to that child's pose position. Exhale, keep the belly button lifted as we lower, only lowering as much as you need, and you feel that lovely stretch and opening for the chest. And inhale, transfer back. Final 2. And transfer back. And final 1. And we return to child's pose. Very good. Now we're going to roll on up, and we're just going to shift our weight a little bit further forward, making sure that when we do roll down, our back will be lying all on the mat. Take a deep breath in, and we're going to exhale, tuck our pelvis under as we start to roll down through that spine as we lay down on our backs. Very good. Let's bring those heels in closer towards the glutes now. Feet are going to be in a hip distance apart position, and really make sure that the knees stay tracking over the toes. Pressing the arms into the mat. Our pelvis starts in neutral, so take a deep breath in. On your exhale, we're going to tuck the pelvis under, finding that imprint. Now from there, we're going to start peeling up, vertebrae by vertebrae, up to our bridge position. We're going to inhale, float the arms back. We're going to exhale, press the arms back to the mat, and we're going to inhale, roll that spine all the way down. Ready to go again. Exhale, tuck that pelvis under as we roll up. Inhale, keep the shoulders drawing down away from the ears as we float the arms back. Keep the rib cage nice and contained. Exhale, press those arms into the mat, and then we roll down on the inhale. I'm going to go for 2 more like this. Exhale, tucking under, rolling up. Inhale, we sweep. Exhale, we press. And inhale, we roll down. Final 1. Finding a little bit more articulation each time, making sure those movements are really smooth. Remember, we want no jerky movements. And we roll down back to neutral. Let's hug our knees in towards our chest and just take hold of your knees with both hands. We're going to take 4 circles in one direction and 4 to reverse. So exhale, open the knees out, circle them around, and then draw them into the chest. For 3, for 2, keeping the spine long and that head nice and weighted into the mat. And last one. Now we're going to reverse. So open the knees out to the side, draw them in towards the chest. This is really good for hip mobility, making sure we've released any tension in that area. And we'll go for 2 more. Remember, we want to use our exhale to find more release. So in any stretch you do, see if you can use your exhale to find a little bit more release and lengthen. Very good. Now we're just going to make sure both legs are nice and long. Just keep your arms down by your sides, and we're going to be working with our right leg to start. So keeping both legs straight, we're going to flex through our right foot as we reach this right foot up to the sky, but make sure that we haven't tucked the pelvis under. You want to keep the pelvis really grounding into the mat and in a neutral position. So only raising the leg as high as we can maintain that position. We're just going to point through the foot as we lower. Now keeping that belly button really drawing down to the mat. Exhale, flex. And we point. Very good. Exhale. And inhale. Very good. And last. flexing the left foot as we raise that leg up to the sky. Now make sure we don't bend our leg. So I only want you to raise your leg as high as you can maintain a straight leg. If we start bending through, just make sure the leg comes a little bit lower and then point down. Exhale, flex as we reach, and inhale, point as we lower. Last two. And a last one. Point through the foot and we lower. Very, very good. Let's roll onto our sides to press ourselves up. And we're going to go for a mermaid stretch. So let's have our right leg bent in front to start and our left leg bent behind. Now, same thing as we did at the start, make sure both sit bones are drawing down. So when we reach over to the right, I want you to think about not lifting up this left sit bone. So reach up with your left arm on your inhale. On your exhale, reach up and over, keeping this sit bone drawing down. We lift up on the inhale and we lower on the exhale. Same again, inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lift. And lower. Let's go for one more each side. Keeping the shoulders drawing down, and make sure that we're not leaning forward or back. So think about going directly up and over to the side. Very good. This time we're just going to reach up and over to the first side, and we're just going to reach forward as much as you can. Now really think about this sit bone drawing down. And we're just going to take 2 deep breaths here. So take a deep breath in and exhale. Find a little bit more length for those arms maybe. Really pulling that left side down. Last deep breath in. And we exhale. Start walking those hands up and return. Let's swap our legs now. So bring the left leg in front and the right leg behind. Reaching up with our right arm to start. Exhale, we bend over. We inhale, lift, and we exhale, lower. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend. We lift and we lower. Last 2. That right side now is drawing down. You should feel a beautiful stretch for your side body. And lift up. And bend over to the side. You'll also feel that hip release as well. Now last time, we're going to now reach over to the left hand side. Think about that right sit bone drawing back as we bend forward. Take a deep breath in and exhale, maybe walking those hands out a little bit further. And last deep breath in and exhale, melt a little bit further down. And then we walk our hands up and unwind. Very good. Now we're going to find that all fours position once again, just so we can tuck those toes. Start walking your hands back to your feet, and we're just going to drop that head down. Now keep the bend in those knees, just taking a deep breath in, and we're going to exhale, roll all the way up to a standing position. Now let's just take 2 roll downs to finish. I really want you to think about dropping your head down or your chin down to your chest. Release the back of that neck first and then ripple down from there. So taking that deep breath in, exhale, nodding that chin down to that chest. Now we start rolling down nice and slowly. Take a deep breath in at the bottom and exhale. Roll all the way up. Last one. Dropping that chin down. Really relaxing through the back of the knees. Shrugging your shoulders forward, arms are weighted, neck is released. Take a deep breath in and we exhale. Roll all the way up. Very good. Now just gently close your eyes, and maybe you might want to set an intention for the following day, just so You know that when you wake up, you have a clear goal of what you want to achieve for tomorrow. Take a deep breath in and exhale. You are all done. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video. Good night.